What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Joseph from Nerds and Matrimony. Welcome back to Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus. Excuse me. So, in the last episode, we took out Phalanx the Trail Drifter, the tallest Colossus in the game. And in this episode, we're going after Colossus number 14. Now, I said this in the last episode, at the end of the last episode, but remember when we fought Celosia, the Flame Guardian, the really small one that was afraid of fire, actually? Remember when we fought him and I told you that he actually has a brother? Well, that is actually this Colossus. We are actually about to go fight his brother, who has a very similar name and a very similar look. In fact, they almost look identical. And yeah. Now this fight is not really more or less of a fight, as so it is kind of a platforming puzzle. And you're going to see what I mean when we get there. And this Colossus is actually a very long way away from the Shrine of Worship. I actually go the wrong way to start off with. I actually... the first path I take here is actually the path you take to fight Gaius, Colossus number 3. And I realize that and I'm like, oh, nope, turn around. But then I start going the right way. But basically, you want to head over to this mountain range, and instead of going the way I'm going, you want to hang a left here, and then follow the right wall around, and that'll take you to the path you need to go. So don't go this way. Don't do what I'm doing right here. This is the wrong way. This goes to Gaius, who is the third Colossus. So yeah, don't do that. Anyways, so yeah, we are almost to the end of the game. We have 3 more Colossi to go. And, believe me, these last 3, well, not really this one, but the next 2, they are something else. So, just fair warning, the next 2 videos are considerably long. Like, very long. The next video is long just because the fight itself took forever, which is not unusual with that Colossus. But then the last video is long just because, you know, it's the end game, and the end of the game takes a long time to get through. So it's this massive, giant cutscene that goes on forever. So, anyways, now the area where you fight this Colossus is interesting because you're actually going to be fighting him in somewhat of like a ruined city. And I've kind of mentioned this before, you know, when fighting some of the other Colossi, but, you know, we go throughout this world and, you know, we see all these structures and all these buildings and everything. So there was clearly a civilization here at some points, and you have to wonder, like, you know, what happened to it? Like, what happened to them? Like, why are they extinct? Like, did Dorman do it? Did he, like, just take over this land and destroy everything, or what? I have no idea. But yes, I mean, there are clearly signs that there used to be civilization here, and, well, I mean, and you may even beg the question, did they actually worship Dorman? You know, because, I mean, they had to have built the Shrine of Worship, so maybe they worshipped him as their god. I don't know. Either way, I'm going the wrong way again, so turn around. Once you get through that path, once you get through that little stairway there, you're supposed to take a right, and that'll take you up to the correct path. Once you see the little pillars on the road, you'll know you'll go in the right direction. So, I actually believe I came up here when I was trying to find Hydrus, who was Colossus number 7. I actually think I came all the way out here when I was trying to find him, and I ended up getting rid of that footage. But yes, basically this Colossus is very far away from the Shrine of Worship. He's kind of in the top left corner of the map. So yeah. I know I never show off the map But you know, the more Colossi you defeat, the more of the map opens up. The clouds start going away, and you can actually see where you fought all of the Colossi. Because it'll have like their head on the map, and you can see where they are. So that's kind of cool. But it only happens after you defeat them, so you can't use the map to find a new Colossus, unfortunately. So yeah. Alright, so basically once you get through the other side of this cave, you're going to emerge into the city that I was talking about. And this is where we will find our little friend. Now, just like with Celosia, this guy is covered in armor, and his weak spot is on his back. So you're going to have to knock his armor off again, just like you did with Celosia. However, the way you knock this guy's armor off is a lot different, as you're going to see. I don't know why I tried calling for aggro there, because he can't come through this area. Make a turn here, and here we are. Right, so as you can see, like I said, this is a pretty expansive city, so... And that also begs the question, you know, how advanced was this civilization as far as like technology and science and stuff goes like that? Anyways, so you want to hop down here and then go through this small opening right here. And you'll come to this pillar on the left. You want to climb up on this and head up this way, and this will take you to the Colossus, the guardian of the city. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, say hello to CENOBIA. Celosia and CENOBIA. This is CENOBIA, the Destruction Luster. So, this guy loves to charge at you. So you're going to want to get on this pillar and let him charge at you and be stunned momentarily, and then jump up onto this little platform right here. Take it all the way over to this platform. And then take this all the way over to this platform. And then you're going to want to come onto this pillar right here. So you're going to want to jump onto it, grab onto the little ridges, and hop all the way up to the top of it. And as you can see, CENOBIA is going to ram into it. Now when it comes to these pillars, he has to ram into them twice to get them to fall, because you're going to want these pillars to fall down, because they're going to basically act as like moving platforms. He will actually ram into it the first time on his own. You're going to have to provoke him to do it a second time. So all you got to do is just shoot him with an arrow. You can't whistle for him because that won't draw his attention, as you can see right there. So you're going to have to shoot him with an arrow. And once you shoot him with an arrow, you immediately want to hit R1 to crouch down, because he's going to attack the pillar pretty quickly. So yeah, hit R1 to crouch, or you can just hold on here like I do. And this will make the pillar fall down. Now, there are a lot of people who believe that you actually have to make this jump in the cutscene. That is not actually true. You can actually let the pillar fall down and then just jump from the pillar to the platform, as I did right there. So yeah, a lot of people think you have to make that jump in the cutscene. That's not true. You can try to do it in the cutscene, but it's very hard to pull off. So yeah. Anyways, so now you just want to navigate yourself over to the next pillar, and basically you're just going to constantly just use these pillars to, like I said, use them as moving platforms to get from pillar to pillar, and eventually you'll get to the end of this area here and you will see what to do. It basically loops all the way around the city, essentially. So you just want to get him to provoke him into hitting the pillar, let it fall, and then jump onto the next one. So, not very difficult. Again, this is not a very difficult fight. I don't think it's more or less just a platform puzzle. So, yeah. Once you get the hang of it, though, it's not too bad. Just make sure that you hold on. Because, yeah, if you're not crouching when he hits the pillar, you will probably fall off. And believe me, this guy can combo you like Celosia. He'll ram into you, and if you don't get up quick enough, he'll hit you again right when you get up. He actually does that to me later on in the fights. So, I was really worried I was going to die. But so here we go on to the next one. And yeah, the pillar's going to, like, fall before it goes forward. It's going to, like, drop down and then fall forward. So, don't immediately start jumping right away. Alright, so we're going to knock this one down to go to that platform, take that platform to that pillar, take that pillar to the next platform, and then there's that big shrine-ish looking building at the end. That is our goal. We actually want to get to that building. And then you will see what to do from there. Alright, so as you can see, I got thrown off right there. If that happens, just button mash like crazy to get back up. So, luckily he didn't come after me here, but as you can see, I can just climb back onto the pillar, and it's high enough that I can jump onto the platform. So yeah, once again, you do not have to jump off of the pillar while it's falling. You can try if you want to, but you don't have to. It is a very difficult jump to pull off, but yeah. I mean, and honestly, in hindsight, I mean, does it really make the fight go by that much faster? I mean, you're only saving a couple of seconds, really. So, hello? You can't get me. Thank goodness he can't climb these things. That would suck. But how much more awesome would the fight be if he could climb them? And like, when he gets to the top, you have to like whack him in the face with your sword to get him to fall down. That actually would have been kind of cool, I think. It would have been scary as all get out, but it would have been cool. Alright, so once you're on this platform, you can see there's this giant building over here. You want to climb up it, and you're going to want to get over to the back of it to jump on that pillar over there. And that pillar is actually going to take you back to the starting area where you actually entered the city. And yes, he will hit this building, but don't worry, it will not fall. It's sturdy enough, it won't fall. So, do not worry about that. Alright, jump over this pillar. And yeah, as you can see, he's going to knock this one down, and it's going to go through that wall right there. And you're going to end up back at the beginning, where you entered the city. Oops, sorry about the mic there. And yes, you have to go about it this way because you can't get back the way you came in. Well, you can, but that hole that you came through, CENOBIA cannot fit through there. He's too fat. So, I thought I hit him right there, but I guess I didn't. So I'm going to wait for him to come around here. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but your grip will slowly decrease when you hold on to an arrow. Like when you have an arrow ready in your bow. Alright, so yes, so you're going to fall down here, just button mash to get back up. And I actually bumbled around like an idiot here for a second because I totally forgot what I had to do. But I'll eventually figure it out here in a second. You'll see what to do. So here he actually almost combos me, so he runs into me, and I'm button mashing to get back up, but right when I get up, he hits me again. And I almost got hit a third time here. I barely got out of the way in time. Like, that was really close. So I'm sitting there trying to figure out what to do. I have no idea. I'm totally drawing a blank right here. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to let him run into this pillar and be stunned momentarily while I'll try to figure out what it is I have to do. So I just start running around here looking for something. I'm like, where do I go? What do I do? And then I look at this wall and I'm like, oh yeah, I have to climb up this thing. So I start climbing up, and then he hits me, and I start going crazy here. So yeah, he actually hit me a little bit there. As you can see, I'm very close to dying right here, so I figured I would get up here and crouch and let my health recharge faster. Because I don't know if I've mentioned that. I mean, obviously I've mentioned the fact that when you crouch, your grip increases faster, but your health will actually recover faster when you crouch as well. But yeah, when you are holding an arrow in your bow, your grip meter will actually go down very slowly. So, yeah. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet or not, but yes, holding an arrow in your bow does drain your grip meter, albeit very slowly. Like, if you run out of grip holding an arrow, then I don't know what to tell you. So anyways, now that you're up here, you want to get his attention, and you're going to want to get him to ram into this pillar that's right here. And when he does this, this entire platform will come crumbling down on him, and it will actually knock off a lot of his armor, and his back will be exposed. Now, right before he rams into it, you're going to want to jump off. Alright, so as you can see, he's lost quite a bit of armor, so now basically what you want to do is you want to use this pillar right here, get him to run into it. He'll be stunned, and then you can jump onto his back and start taking out his weak spots. Now he's going to run around like crazy, kind of like Celosia did, and he's going to shake all over the place like Celosia did. So just get a stab in when you can. I mean, this is the only weak spot he has, and you can use the fallen pillars that you've created throughout the city to get on top of him. So, yeah. But this is basically it. You just get on top of him, stab him, and, you know, you run out of grip, you just find another pillar, get him to run into it, jump onto his back, rinse and repeat. Here I think he was kind of glitching out right here. He's trying to run, but there's a pillar in the way, but he's not turning. I don't know what was up. Okay, so now he's going to start running around like crazy. This guy has a lot of room to run, so like I said, you're just going to have to be patient with him. Just, you know, get a stab in when you can. Try to go for smaller stabs. You know, if you can get a big stab in, try to get one in, but, you know, I would try to go for small to medium range stabs here. You know, again, this is the only weak spot he has, and it's not like it takes forever to get back up on this guy. So, if you get thrown off, or if you lose all of your grip, don't worry. Just find a pillar, get him to run into it, and then you can get right back on him. So, it's not a huge deal if you get knocked off like that right there. So just find a pillar, get on it. He's going to run into it. Make sure you're crouching. You can also jump right before he hits the pillar. Then jump on his back and start stabbing him again. Alright, Cenobia. Down goes the destruction luster. Oh no, here it comes, we gotta get out of here. Alright, 14 down, 2 more to go, and believe me when I say these last 2 are definitely the most intimidating looking Colossi in the entire game. Alright, so next time on Let's Play Shadow of the Colossus, we are going to go after the third tallest Colossus in the game. And this fight takes forever. So I will see you then. This is Joseph from Nerds of Matrimony saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.